Hey, I'm Tamara, of course. Okay, so for this assignment, I'll be talking about microaggression. Microaggression. Me being black, of course, and me being a woman, I feel like I'm really a target audience among America when it comes to a lot of microaggressions. Throughout my whole life, I've been hearing, "Oh, well, you're like the whitest black girl I know." Like, I even have my cousin's like baby father. He be like, "Oh, hey, white girl," and stuff like that. Like, "Oh, you want to be a white girl? Like, you got your hair blonde, you be wearing it straight." And I'm just like, that's my style. Like, that's just something I like to do. Like, that's just my personal preference. You know what I'm saying? And so I just feel like that's like one of the biggest ones. Like, "Oh, you're like really whitewashed," and I'm like, I'm not though, because there's a total difference with being whitewashed and then just me being me. And then like, "Oh, you talk really white, you talk really proper." I'm like, well, I don't know how that affects anybody else, because I just know how to read. I know how to deal with stuff like that. Like, it's just like, I grew up reading, writing very early. Over the summer, I even had like a little book that I had to read over the summer and stuff. And then being a woman, you're like, "Oh, like, you like," I feel like, I don't know if it's a micro aggression per se, but being a woman, you're just automatically like sexualized in a way, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does, because like I've had guy friends, and of course it's like, you're the assumption of it, like, "Oh, like, you're friends with me, but I like you, I want to have with you." And it's just like, what? Well, why would you think that? Because I'm being nice to you. Like, niceness is equal to, "Oh, I like you." Like, I don't think it really works like that. And then I have another one. Oh, like, being black also, people like assume you grew up like a certain way. Like, people look at me, they're like, "Oh, I don't know about her, like, because she's black." And like, and then like, people like, "Oh, well, you go to a community college." I'm like, yeah, but I don't understand how that affects me and how that puts me in the deposition of like on the poverty line. Yes, some people think like, "Oh, if you go to a community college, you're barely skimming by and stuff like that. Like, you just can't afford a bigger school." And it's just like, it's just not really that, you know? So yeah, I feel like those are the only microaggressions that I've ever had in my life. Of course, I have my two best friends are black and women, so I feel like, of course, they go through like the same thing in a way. And I feel like the best way to deal with microaggressions is just discuss it, tell people you don't really like it, you know, and be true to yourself. Like, if you really know that, "Oh, well, this isn't true," then I feel like you really shouldn't take it to the heart. Of course, it will hurt your feelings, but I feel like the best way you can do is to voice that in a way, because I've had to tell people plenty of times, "Nope, that's not me, nope, and I feel like over time, people just knowing me just put it in their brain, like, "Oh, well, Tamara didn't like that," like, what? So yeah, that's how I feel about that's my microaggression experience. Hopefully, as the world is in a pretty bad place, so I don't know if microaggressions are gonna get better, if they're not already worse there. But yeah, all we can do is just grow as people. Thank you for watching.